We're live. Episode 38.
38.
The Watchers Podcast. WATCHERZ
38.
Podcast. I'm Tavon, Tri-State _tip on IG. Go ahead and give the people your info.
Tiger Helly 19 on the snaps and the IGZs. The government Jason Williams on the FBZs. And yeah, follow the stripes.
Smitty Green Giant on Instagram and Julian Smith on Facebook.
You know, Corey J on Instagram.
Yes, sir. We ain't been here 2 weeks. A lot of stuff happened.
I feel like I ain't been here in a month.
I don't want to make this a forever episode, but we're going to try to condense some things. So a lot of stuff happened in NBA. All right, we had draft. We had some trades go down. The season ended.
Yeah, some extortion.
Extracurricular activities continuing.
Extortion.
Well, we'll talk about it. But right now, it's Sunday evening. AEW pay-per-view Forbidden Doors on. That's what we got on TV today.
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Oh, shit. You see what Punk just did?
What'd he do?
He went to the other side and then said like this. That's probably the side that they got the Bucks and Omega.
I see. It's two entrances. It's two entrances. One to the left, one to the right. They probably got Bucks and Omega on this side, and he's about to go.
Walk back there and he's about to go.
They ain't shit, man.
I just feel like that's gonna blow up.
We'll see. Well, at some point it might. Let's start with basketball. Since that's kind of
where do we start?
Y'all talked about the Nuggets winning, right? Already?
Yeah, we discussed the championship. I'm pretty sure we did. No.
I don't think the Nuggets have won yet.
No, I think they.
It's been 2 weeks. The Nuggets won.
When we went to Jason is right. It was Monday. They did play Monday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I remember I had to go back and check that other one we was talking about on that last episode too. I went back. I said, I was right. I said the day I checked the dates. Yeah.
Well,
but yeah. So since we've been here last, Nuggets won the finals. I think everybody pretty much saw that happening. Mm-hmm. After the season ended, I think the biggest thing that happened immediately was the Bradley Beal trade from the Wizards to the Suns.
Ooh.
I like the Suns. This is a different look Suns to me. This is not the same Suns that was there for the past 4 years. It's
a unique.
Either way, you get a better defender and a better scoring option in Bradley Beal than you did in Chris Paul. It's just the amount of money that they're paying these four guys right now. I know they're gonna try to get up off of Eaton, but the amount of money that they're paying, they're gonna trade him.
They're gonna keep him for now.
I saw a thing today talking about they trying to trade him for Tobias Harris.
Yeah,
and they want a third team to get in with the Sixers so they can get off because Tobias Harris. They trying to get up off of Tobias Harris.
He got an expiring contract. Yeah, so he's like 1 year left.
Yeah, but it's smarter for y'all to keep him when it comes off your books.
I mean, it's an interesting. The whole league right now is just interesting right now.
Well,
it's all these moves that's getting made, or
that wasn't the only move. Celtics acquired Kristaps Porzingis, which I think was a good move for them.
Yeah, they got some size.
That was a good pickup. I do hate that they did Marcus Smart like that because
that's Boston.
That's one of the players you'd be like, that's a lifetime.
It's Clippers' fault, though, to be honest. They were supposed to keep him. They were supposed to get rid of Brogdon.
Yeah. But it was Brogdon that had some undisclosed injury or something.
That messed the whole deal up.
And that's what threw the whole deal off. So it ended up just being, and you know what? Celtics still made out good. How y'all get draft picks and Kristaps?
I mean,
y'all got draft picks.
They made out like some bandits, but they did. I wouldn't say they didn't do Marcus Smart dirty, but it was just that was a move that I didn't expect happening.
But to me, it's gonna work for Marcus Smart. Gonna come in. We ain't playing no child. Ja put the gun down.
Well, remember,
it's time to work.
Morant, since then as well, Morant finally got his suspension announced, 25 games. So Marcus Smart's gonna immediately, keep that team in somewhat competition.
I mean, it's an upgrade for defense. I mean,
yeah, they got a small backcourt,
so it's a good. I mean, it's a good pick for them.
Yeah. I don't hate any of that part of that trade. I just was surprised that the Celtics got 2 draft picks with that.
Yeah.
with
2 first-round picks.
With Chris Stapps and for Marcus Smart. I was like, oh, okay.
But, I mean,
Good-
so that
good for
kind
them.
of further lets you know that they're going to try and sign,
Good for them.
what's the name, to a long-term deal. Then.
Ooh.
Jaylen Brown looked like he's going to get the long-term deal.
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
And, Tatum already came out and said that he wants him to sign him, son.
See, I thought it was going to be Marcus Smart that was definitely staying, and Jaylen Brown
Yeah.
was going to leave. That's what I
That's
thought.
what I was.
It's
same
crazy.
Thing he was thinking.
I don't know if y'all watched the Up in Smoke podcast. Mark Barnes was like, they had to trade Marcus Smart. He's like, they should get rid of him. And he like a couple days after you said that, they got rid of him.
I just don't think he's a true point guard, though. I mean, I think
He's a good guy.
he's a good player. I mean, he's damn
would've
good.
Been good with him on Phoenix.
Yeah.
I think he would have fit perfect with Phoenix.
Phoenix needs somebody to stick defense.
But right now, I'm not really sold on Phoenix because they got no bench right now.
They only got 5 players on the
Yeah.
team right
I
now.
mean, who are they going to fill out?
I mean, 4.
Yeah.
I thought Campaign was also
Man.
Campaign
I
is
mean,
still
they
signed to
got.
them.
I mean, they got to fill out the rest of the bench.
They're going to have to beg veterans, yo, just come sign for the
Yeah.
veterans.
Yeah, that's what they how
I
they
think
got
that's-
Dwight Howard. That's how they got Boogie Cousins that year. They might as well go ahead and get both of them right now.
I don't think it's. That's
right,
a weird pick, man.
For that team, I'm gonna tell you, this is my whole problem with it. What does Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and KD all have in common? They ball down.
Yeah,
Somebody gonna have to give up shots.
I think it's gonna be Bradley Beal. I think he's gonna be welcome.
I think it's gonna be KD.
It's gonna come down to the coach. I think
he
this is
wants-
where it's gonna help.
Frank Vogel?
I think this is where it's gonna help that we got a new coach. I think Monty Williams was like, I don't know what to do with this squad. Yeah, just giving me Mitch Mack pieces now. What we had worked, and so it looked like and plus he only had like 10 games with KD.
Yeah.
Basically.
He was like, all right, we got KD in the ISO, and then everybody else do their own thing. And then Devin Booker, you do your own thing, and then we do some Chris Paul pick and rolls. KD ISO, Devin Booker do your own thing. Chris Paul pick and roll. That was the 3 main options that they did when they had him, but they couldn't keep Chris Paul healthy, so it just became KD and Booker, KD and Booker, KD and Booker.
And that's Bradley Beal's problem too. That's why I'm telling
Yeah.
people to slow down on it.
Yeah.
He hurt every year.
Now, granted, when he played with John Wall, he was less injured.
Well,
and
because he wasn't
he was
going
more
all
of an
over.
effective shooter, correct? Because he didn't have to do all that.
The ball.
He didn't have to do all that
It's
dribble
like
stuff.
they said his best years with John Wall
Yeah.
and Westbrook.
Yeah,
When he
I
has a
think
point
now
guard.
I think he's going to be the third option
I think he will be.
by
yeah.
default. Because ain't no way in hell that Kevin Durant going to be giving up that many shots.
I think he will.
I think he can. I think he can.
Well, it depends on if he stays healthy too.
I think Devin Booker is probably going to be the highest scoring on the team. I think they're all just going to, because it's technically it's Devin Booker's team. I don't want to say technically, but kind of like de facto Devin Booker's team. I think KD get the second most shots, and then
You better stop for Kitty try to hop in here and argue with him.
So yeah, I saw it.
and then they'll alternate.
Nights.
Yeah, and when one person goes to the bench, the other one gets their time to shine.
I mean that's
But especially with Booker and Bill, they'll do that staggered minute thing.
But see, another thing I got problem with is they can score, but
They got
they're
no defense.
gonna get attacked on
Yeah,
offense.
and that's why I was like, you know what, Marcus Smart would have been a good pickup.
Yeah.
You know who I would have did? I would have tried to get Marcus Smart. If y'all was still trying to get Porzingis, I would have said, all right, how do we get in a deal to let somebody get
They could have sent Ayton to
get
Washington.
Ayton to Washington? If y'all getting up off of Kristaps regardless, right? Let's get Ayton to Washington too. Let us get Porzingis. Let us get Marcus Smart. And what y'all gonna do with y'all center now? Let us get him.
I mean this.
What's the boy? Time Lord.
Oh,
Robert
Horford.
Williams. Robert Williams.
Robert Williams.
So what y'all gonna do? Let Phoenix get Robert Williams, Marcus Smart. I'm
Danny Garcia's stupid.
You know what? For the longest time, I could not stand Danny Garcia.
I
I,
like
didn't
him.
like the way he looked.
Yeah.
Billy Boy.
But
He doing it
he's
over
like,
lately.
yeah. And every time he start doing that dance, I catch myself trying to see if I can do it in a minute.
He heard you. He said, "This one for Tavon." He said, "Try to say Tip."
I hated it when I first saw it. I was like, oh, what the hell is this?
I'm just like I'm happy.
But the more he do it,
I love it. Yeah. But I mean, Shibata, my dude too, though. Man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to get off track.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, folks, we're watching the AEW pay per view at the same time as we're podcasting.
so either way, that's what we got with those trades. I'm trying to think if there was any other major trades that happened this past week or two. So sorry, yeah. Chris Paul.
We gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, in my honest opinion, I think it was just a petty move to make sure that the Lakers didn't get Chris Paul.
Yup.
That's why I feel the Warriors did that.
I think this was the worst thing.
They
needed. I mean, I can see getting rid of Poole because that clearly that wasn't going to work with him.
But you
But
24.
That look, no, that looked.
I think Steph signed off on that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he had to.
Yeah, but they're an older team now.
That's how I was saying.
But
that.
Steph was like, "Yeah." Draymond was like, "Yo, we don't want him," and then Steph was like, "Yeah, I'm rock with Draymond on this one."
Steph, the way Steph was looking at him after the game,
you knew he was going. I mean,
I think they talked to Steph. Mike Dunleavy just ain't do that. He talked to somebody.
One of them players did it, but it's. Now, do y'all think he's coming off the bench, or is he going to start?
He's coming off the bench.
Who?
Paul.
Chris Paul's coming off the bench.
Chris Paul coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's 39, 38, 39. No matter who he is.
With his, I don't see it.
He coming off the bench.
I think this is
He'd be really effective helping that bench unit. Huh?
To me,
I
think the Warriors are done.
If they can make some moves, I don't think they're done.
To me,
I think if they get a bigger, if they get,
they had a big, bro.
Yeah, but something wasn't right with Wiseman.
They gave up on him, man.
Something wasn't right. If they can somehow find a big and figure out another scoring option after Steph goes onto the bench, maybe it is Chris Paul. I don't know. Chris Paul can give you about 14, but they are going to need somebody that he can pass to. To get open shots.
Wiggs gonna give you some points too.
Yeah, so
y'all see that?
I'm not gonna fully count him out.
Y'all see what Wiggins did though? They say that boy put on like 30 pounds.
In what? 2 weeks? 3 weeks?
All they said is a muscle. I'm just reading. Just
try to get bigger.
Yeah, he's trying to get bigger.
I didn't. What I didn't like about the move.
That's how them shots end up off the back of the rim when you get too big. Them shots go start the back.
I didn't.
They gonna be building a house.
Yeah.
I like the fact that they gave up them draft picks though, because I
didn't agree with that either.
To keep building.
I didn't agree with that.
But I said that maybe they're not done. Maybe there's another move that's gonna be made. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of these teams I don't think is done.
We gonna see.
But it's.
Are they beating the Nuggets?
No, I think Nuggets.
Presently constructed, no.
I think Nuggets gonna repeat. Honestly,
I don't know about Nuggets repeating now. Now that Porzingis is over in Celtics, that height that Porzingis got, and I'm telling you, depending on what some of these other teams might do, it's gonna come down to me 3 teams in the East and 3 teams in the West. If Dame, I don't know if he's staying.
He played Welcome to Miami in the background, man.
And if he ends up on Miami, then my conversation changes again.
Big time.
And I'm like, it's Miami Celtics. I can't tell you who's going to win that.
That'll change that whole Eastern Conference if he goes there.
And then, Celtics with Porzingis, I feel like is a different team right now. And if one of those two can become, the leader that team needs.
So you should count the Bucks out?
I don't know.
I think so. I got to see who resigns with them. I don't know if they keep it Middleton. Is Brook Lopez staying there?
He's a free agent.
He's a free agent,
They're
right?
talking about he may be leaving, going to
If he ain't there, I don't feel the same way about honestly, it's him helping that floor spacing that really helps that
saying
team.
Golden State was trying to make a run at him too.
That'd be a good pickup. That'd be real good.
They're trying to get some height. They said that's
he an underrated center. He's an underrated center.
Yeah,
he got good size on him,
and he can shoot the 3.
He can shoot the 3. Yeah, depending on who Bucks keep, Corey, that is going to change my view on them. But right now with Kristaps, I still got Celtics probably number 1 in the East.
That's a big move, though, man.
Anything else, free agent wise, trade wise, that I'm not thinking about right now? We did have the NBA draft. Victor Wembanyama went number 1. Wembyama. We was gonna call him Wemby.
Yeah, we saw Victor Friday night. Though.
Yeah, that was a tall boy out there. I think everybody saw that happening.
Yeah. He got to put some weight on him. Though.
Scoot Henderson, I like Scoot Henderson. Yeah. I watched some of his highlights, some of his games on YouTube. I like him. What's the other guy's name that went? Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller's nice. Scoot Henderson is a little small. I think that's what his problem was. He's just
6'5".
or is it Brandon Miller? Who's one of them thinking about? One of them not that big.
Brandon Miller is not. He's like he's skinny.
So, but one of them was like not even tall at all.
Yeah, Scoot like 6'4".
I'll double check. I don't think anything really surprising happened to me during that draft. And honestly, I didn't watch a lot of college the last season, but I was aware of Wembanyama. I saw the hype around Scoot Henderson, Brandon Miller. He was at Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing really surprising on that. Extracurricular activities in NBA world.
Here we go.
Extortion.
Mariah Mills returned and reared her ugly head, or head,
Her tattooed head,
and made a tweet stating to the Pelicans and NBA to please trade Zion out of New Orleans, or she's going to release sex tapes. I believe that's what she was threatening.
Well, did we cover what happened before that?
Yeah. We was talking about how little
but
kids
more
are
has
violent.
happened since then. Apparently, this girl.
So she got blocked because of that. She got blocked off of Twitter because of that. But she went ahead and got a face tat.
Got Zion tatted across her cheek.
Now, part of me thought this was, just being a troll.
No, this is some straight up
Something
fatal
was
attraction.
something was really going crazy in her head right now.
Nah, this girl gonna end up having a rabbit in his locker like
And
fatal attraction, man.
When I first heard it, I thought it was gonna be like one of them little word, like how people get the little, little word under their eye. Yo, that
thing
whole
right on her
is
cheek.
Like, wow.
Good luck, Zion.
Yeah,
That's all. I really don't know what to say in this scenario.
I've been there.
Other than
oh man,
Other than good luck.
I've been there.
that is
That's a unique situation he's in. I mean, his nightlife.
and he living. That young boy living. I'll give him that. But
I mean, he young. He live your life, man. But you just gotta know how to pick him, man. Just not an adult. I'm trying to say it in the right way. What do you want to say? An adult
adult film star.
Yeah,
That's what they call
I'll
an
say
adult
shit.
film
Porn
star.
star.
Or adult film star.
and he piping them raw.
Yeah, that'd be my.
Man.
Multiple, not just one.
But you know what? You know what's crazy?
But there's a third one that came out and said she was also sleeping with him.
The crazy part about them is they probably get tested more than regular people, though. But
Yeah.
yo, you shouldn't be piping nobody raw. That's
As
a condom.
As an NBA player,
I'm a big proponent of Trojan lifestyle, Durex, all of them.
Man, you should put a shopping bag on it.
I just think you got a lot to lose as an NBA player.
Yeah,
For one.
especially if you get somebody pregnant, which you did. Somebody else pregnant, like then you start becoming monetarily responsible for things, and
Correct.
don't even like diseases. Like it's just
It's all the way wrong.
it's a little cavalier to me, but hey, people gonna do what they want to do. So hey,
He's an adult. He's an adult.
Whoever's coming up, just pay attention to the Zion and just see what's going on. Be aware of what's going to happen. Not every girl is good for you.
So, how y'all feel about Zion being traded? What do y'all feel about Zion, the basketball player, at this moment in time?
If he's healthy and he's on the court.
They said since Zion announced he was having a baby, Mariah Mills tweeted,
more
times than he has played in NBA games.
That's a problem. I mean, I'm just saying that's just a problem, period. He's got to, I mean, all will be forgiven if he's winning on the court. Because that's
I don't know about all, but people have short memory, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, if he's winning, or if they win it and he's playing, then I think this will be under the brush and just be like, hey, he had a little controversy and this and that other stuff. You look at this in retrospect, he needs to be on the court. I mean, if he's healthy, the boy is phenomenal out there. I mean, he reminds me of a more athletic Charles Barkley.
What would y'all think about Zion on the Knicks?
I think New York would be even
worse for him.
Worse because that's a big pressure city, and then you're gonna have if he's having a problem in New Orleans, and that's a small market city.
Yeah.
putting him in a bigger city, that's going to be even magnetized.
I'm just trying to think about where he can go. A lot of teams could probably use him. It's just
He won't. It's weird because every place I want to send him is probably going to be bad for him. You can't send him to Houston. Definitely can't send him there.
I don't want to say Houston because that's a rebuild.
If he's going,
where can he help a team win? And I feel like if you replace Julius Randle with Zion, it'll probably be a little bit better.
Like I said, it'd be good, but it's a bigger city. And you're going to have a lot more that's going to be getting thrown at him. Yeah. More so than, like you said. Good luck, Zion. You definitely don't put him in Atlanta because he definitely will not be
lemon pepper Lou.
Yeah, it'd be hot honey Zion.
All right. Anything else with basketball before we get off that?
No, I think that covers it.
Jason, Corey.
I ain't watching no college ball, so I didn't know who was in the draft.
Okay.
Once the season ended, I kind of hibernate on basketball until it starts up again. So
okay.
All right. Now, do we get this submarine story out of the way real quick?
Sure. Let's go.
It wasn't a. They'd have been fine if it was a submarine. It was a submersive.
Yeah.
Which is different than a submarine.
It's a toy car version of the submarine.
It's like a go-kart.
The Flex Seal broke on
Logitech joystick.
Yeah. The Logitech controller.
It was a gas pump that went wrong.
Button.
First of all, before some jokes have been saying about this, my condolences to the family. But
so this is one of the few times where I feel like the collective online
was thinking the same.
Made fun of people dying, and they hadn't died yet, or technically maybe they did, but we didn't know. But for some reason, everybody was like in the. And I don't want to laugh because it's fucked up.
I'm trying not to laugh, but it's not.
But why is the internet like this?
I don't know. In society,
because the internet ain't got no father figure.
The internet does not have Cliff Huxtable to come down and say this is the wrong thing.
But I saw a video of a what they call it, implosion. What they believe happened to the submersible, the implosion from all the, I guess, the weight of the ocean,
the pressure, yeah,
right, and that metal just goes.
Oh yeah, it's
quick. It just went. It ain't even like a second to think. That thing's just crushed. If that happened,
they probably went down.
But it's crazy. That wasn't their first time going down there.
Yeah, but
and so they done it before that trip.
Yeah, and been down there 30 times.
And I believe one of the directors, maybe the Titanic director, somebody,
James Cameron.
Somebody did it before.
Now, were they using the same device? That's what. Because I think the issue is the thing that they use. Number one, it's a problem. It's a problem with something being bolted from the outside. That would already
they bolted them.
Been an issue for me.
The Flex Seal didn't hold up.
Then
I saw that meme and I'm looking up like this, and they say when the Flex Seal start ripping, he's like that. The guy died on Flex Seal. I knock it down on these jokes.
I was like,
one dude, he was getting high.
I'm not laughing, but
they were funny.
Well, some of the issues.
It was funny. Yeah. It was funny.
Some of
That's
the
crazy
issues.
part.
The issues with the thing. I think one of the engineers and guy in charge of something. I forget what he was in charge of, so I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Talking about the ex-employee that came out and said something?
Yeah.
Well, no, they had one guy that was in charge of the safety and something. It was something with safety and the mechanics of it. He got fired after raising concerns about the safety and the integrity of the craft. And then I also heard that they had some older engineers and some older people that were experts trying to
tell them don't do
work with them, and they didn't want the help of. They wanted this whole new age, new crowd, youth movement feeling to the whole thing. Which, if we're doing something like that, I want the oldest MF in this in the industry to help me with this. Like, I want somebody from the 1800s telling me how to do this.
Right.
So it was just like a lot of things. Like, it was unfortunate. Because I do understand trying to explore things, but at the same time,
some things need to be left alone.
That wasn't safe. The setup was.
Can't see myself being
rough.
put in a little tube like that
Yeah.
and going that deep in the water,
Yeah.
like
And
where
then-
it's dark, like no light from the sun is reaching down there, and you got that little one window that he was looking through.
Did you see how they were sitting? How they had
Yeah.
to sit?
Nah,
Yeah, they didn't even
they had
have
to
like.
sit down and like curve their legs a certain way.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't even comfortable.
It was a small thing.
Damn.
That's where the whole everybody was saying. You need something that small, and you going down that all that pressure. That's just going to just literally
I don't know why they just
tear it
didn't-
apart. Like,
Well, that wasn't even nobody even thought it had imploded till it actually imploded, and they found the wreckage. Everybody remember the whole time, the whole thing everybody was worried
Was
about
with
was that they have
oxygen.
oxygen left in there.
First
I think
of
it
all,
was.
I wonder how the hell they could hear them banging
it probably
16,000
happened so
feet
fast.
wasn't
They
them.
probably set mics down and shit.
That wasn't them banging.
They send the mics.
That was Titanic. Never mind.
Go ahead.
That was ghost shit.
That's the people knocking on Titanic. Yo, you down here?
They talk
Let
about,
us in.
they talk about welcome home.
That
Here we go. Yes, I'm not.
The doors open.
I'm not. It is unfortunate, you know.
Did they see Jack from Titanic down there?
Yeah,
probably was
yeah, I
saying-
messed up for this.
But like, and then I
Jack's
think
ghost said, "Tell Rose."
They said the people still down there, the black people still down there playing the instruments when they was down there.
oh shit.
Never mind, you got to
I
take
think,
that.
yeah.
All right. I'll just say this: Titanic 2, Rich People Zero.
Didn't James Cameron say something smart about this?
I don't know what he said.
I don't know if he said something smart, but
He
I
was saying
know
they shouldn't have did it or whatever.
I know
They had the equipment.
Simpsons apparently had an episode
Yeah,
about
they
this.
Yo,
predicted
somebody
it.
posted that about people
Yo,
getting in the
Simpsons
shit.
stay on that shit though.
That's the government, man.
Oh man.
And then there were a lot of expenditures put forth to try to save them and find them,
They spent
locate them.
millions.
Really?
And then
Yeah.
I didn't think they did shit. I thought they was just going over there.
some of the there was like governments sending personnel and different
I think
texts and all.
If I'm
all
not
types of
mistaken,
shit.
I think the Navy had got involved.
Yeah,
in
There's a
that.
whole
they
bunch
wanted
of
to use
stuff.
that robot to go all the way down
And I
there.
think that's how they found the wreckage.
Yeah.
That's what they should have did. If you want to see the
That's
Titanic, just send a damn robot down there.
Yeah, I mean that's my thing. I said when we were sending
just give me
robots
the
and
video.
automated
Just give me
things,
the
I don't
video.
need to see all that.
you know, some people want to explore.
That's stupid as hell.
And
Man.
then some people just it's one certain group, WPS. But
Yeah.
just like the whole going to Mars, I'm like, come on, bro.
Nah,
Hey,
matter of
some
fact, I
point-
don't even think wasn't the guy Indian, the guy and his son, or were they Indian?
Oh, the 19-year-old boy, they were like,
I mean, it was red flags when the boys
yeah, I think
basically
they were
said
from
that.
India.
There's red flags. Period.
Yeah,
And the boys,
billionaire on
the
it.
boys said that he didn't even want to get on the thing to begin with.
Yeah, he's 19.
And then I guess the one other son went to a Blink 182 concert or
No,
something.
He was
that,
smart
that
one.
was
Shout out to the Blink
it was
182.
it was a stepson. No, he went to the concert as everything was still happening. And they were saying maybe that was his way of trying to tune it out.
Well,
Yeah,
again,
But yeah,
a sad situation.
Condolences
It's
to
just-
the family.
And then they paid $250,000 to do that.
Yeah, and they
One
signed a
word for-
waiver
So
where
they can't sue 'em.
they can't sue.
Boom.
They can't
yeah,
sue.
that'd have been me. They giving me the paperwork. I was like, why does it say
I'm-
death in
I'm
here so
listening.
many
Yeah.
times?
I told somebody as soon as that shit would have dropped,
Yeah.
they got about 4 feet. And I'm like, yo, pull this back up. I'm telling you, if I was at the bottom of that shit,
I mean,
talking about we stuck, I'd have started fighting everybody.
you got to swing on something.
I'm swinging on the CEO who took, you brought me all the way down with this joystick, that.
We getting in the gas tank. Man.
So apparently that company's hiring for
Oh
operator.
yeah.
that was
Are you
savage.
serious?
They put out a job rec for the operator.
Somebody
The
put it
day
up.
the day it went down, that's when they put it right on
Somebody-
career builders or something.
Somebody had it up on they had the post up, and they was like, yo, I said and I've seen it before. They was like, look at these jobs.
I thought
Now
it
you
was
hold
a
on, I'm
joke.
gonna go
So-
through the whole. They was like, they talk about, and I tell people all the time, they say talk about these jobs that you breaking your back, fighting to come in, doing everything for it. And they said if something happened to you, they replace you the next day in a heartbeat.
Step over you and everything.
Yup.
I really thought it was a joke, but they really put it on for real.
Then I just don't understand how. Like, if I'm the CEO of a company, I'm not going down there.
CEO was
He
it?
probably,
The CEO
was
the
one
who
of the
founded the joint.
I mean, he was probably confident in it.
Yeah.
I mean, they said he went down there numerous times.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, what are you going down there to see?
It was probably somebody rich on there with him. He's like, I'll go with y'all this time.
Didn't Elon Musk go on SpaceX?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather trust Elon Musk than them.
I ain't trusting none of these rich
Speaking of Elon Musk, man, I started looking at Teslas, but that's a whole nother story. We get on that later. But yeah.
What happened with
You
the
better
Tesla?
not
Nah, I
do
just
it.
started.
Because I was looking at one too.
That Model S
look,
is crazy,
but look,
man.
This is I'm a little nervous now. And so,
What you gonna do in a world catastrophe, right?
huh?
So if something happened crazy, right? And you try to jump in your car and run away. It's it just shuts off for you.
I ain't
no
even,
battery.
I ain't even worried about that part. I'm real paranoid, and
Me too.
it's something about sitting on that battery ain't sitting right with me.
Yeah.
And I want to know the amount of people who got Teslas now, like 7 years from now, if they got any health issues.
Yeah.
That's my.
Like,
It's a big ass battery underneath you.
Battery's under the
It's
car.
a big ass
Under the
battery.
car.
It ain't even like a small. Like it's a big.
Yeah, and if it's,
biggest
is it emitting
Size of this
anything?
table, I
And-
think.
Right. And so a few people, not a lot, but a few people go on YouTube and they got the little what they call EMF scanner, and that's the electromagnetic whatever radiation
Yeah.
scanner,
And
and
it
that
goes
shit be
up.
going off. It be going off, and the worst spot in the car actually is in the back seat, where you think like a little kid would go.
Yeah.
By the charging port.
Yeah.
That's where it emits off the most.
I never think of that because
radiation
my thing's always been my paranoid, no trust in the government, and they start telling us we have a curfew, and you try to leave at a certain time, they cut your Tesla
and you
off.
you would hope he would keep.
Yeah, I turn my Tesla off. Like, you stay at home tonight.
To me,
That's
you know,
great.
he comes off as a proponent
That's
of like
great.
freedom and you know and freedom of speech and all. That's why he brought Twitter, right?
We see what he started doing on Twitter.
Yeah, and you would hope he's not the type of person that would allow government to interfere with his, you know, private business. But you never know these days.
Yeah, you know.
I'm not too concerned about that because I just don't see me doing nothing that crazy that they're gonna have to chase me on 5 stars on GTA.
I mean, they might tell us, oh, we got a curfew.
maybe.
They say the country has a 5 o'clock curfew.
Then I'll just go ahead back in my Honda.
I know, right? I say you gotta keep a gas car in the garage, yo.
But my main concern is that damn radiation, man.
I
That
never
shit
think
freaked me
about
out.
that.
Yeah, I didn't. I just happened to Google one day what's like.
Like, you ain't the
what's
first person
some-
that said that though. Man.
And they was like, maybe the EMF might be something people got worried about. So I started looking into it, and only a few small people do it.
Yeah.
But the charging stations that like at Wawa and shit give off a lot of radiation.
Ooh, I never thought of that.
Don't go too close to them. You want to stay like at least like 3 feet, 4 feet away from them.
I'm gonna start looking into that.
Yeah.
That's why the
Never
government
thought
really dropped. Remember they was trying to have everybody having about like 2033.
Well, they knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Man,
dropped
ain't
that.
no way hell's gonna happen.
Well, they weren't gonna be able to
Them
happen.
coal miners was bitching about it too. That's where that money come from,
Yep.
like West Virginia and all that, from gas.
And I always said they was never gonna accomplish that no way because I said the cars were expensive,
And
you was gonna have to pretty much be
that Model 3
you gotta-
is looking quite reasonable.
No,
with the incentive coming back.
Not even that. You looked at the prices of used ones? Shh. You could get a Model S mid-20s.
Really?
Yes, I've been looking all week. I've been doing research all week.
Oh yeah,
It popped up. It gave me a Facebook ad for one of my auto search engines, and then and I'm looking. I was like, ain't no way that Model S is 26,000. I said, let me look. They give me a fake number just so I go on, and I started looking at more. Like you can get them real affordably.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm keeping my options open. Maybe one day, maybe not.
And then the other thing
we'll see.
I'm looking at though is like it might be higher mileage,
right?
but I said it's different if we looking at higher mileage, but you ain't got to worry about a motor.
Yeah.
All you really worry about is that battery.
And that battery can get a little pricey.
But I've been like reading and seeing people that have had high mileage.
Hundreds of thousands. Yeah.
They're like, yo, I think they had a guy that is about to put on 1,000,000 miles,
Yeah.
Really?
and they talking about the battery lasts, and it's,
So also, it really comes down to like how far you need to drive with it on a regular, right? Because if you don't need to drive that far, you should be good with however much that degradation of that battery happen. Because maybe it, you know how shit go with your phone. It don't last as long. It'd be 100%, but that 100% used to last you like 9 hours. Now it lasts you 6 hours, and that's why.
Yeah, the degradation ain't too bad either.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, man. I went one day last week. I went to the gas pump 3 different times one day. I didn't fill up, but I was just getting enough to
never
get.
fill up. I
know.
I just don't want to be there for that long. And I don't know, man. I'm cheap.
And then sometimes you ever do this because I got BJ's car, so I get BJ's gas. Shit, super cheap. You ever be like not able to get to your regular gas place, so I gotta grab like $5 here. Oh, they expensive as shit. I'm only getting $5 here. They expensive. I'm gonna get until I get to BJ's.
Nah.
Then I go back to BJ's, and then boom. Before you know it, I done went to the gas station 3 times in one day. I was like, I'll be like, yo, I'm just gonna get a Tesla, man. I'll plug my shit in.
Yeah. Shit. What were we talking about?
We was talking about submersibles and Elon Musk.
Off subject. I know this wasn't on topic. Did y'all see that they really gonna have this battle of the billionaires fight?
Oh yeah, Elon Musk versus
Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg will beat his ass.
This will be one of the funniest fights I would ever see.
I don't think either of them really ever got hit before. So
but Zuckerberg do.
He do the Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
But it's different when you really get punched for the first time, man.
I mean, my money on Elon Musk because he out here sleeping with people's girlfriend and shit in the bed. He don't give a fuck.
He low.
That's what he know how to fight.
That lets you know he got a lot of money.
He got somebody. He knows something.
He knows something to be that comfortable.
He got a lot of money. You could do that when you got
Amber Heard.
Poop lady.
Oh, he beat.
Yeah.
It's been a good pay-per-view so far, though.
Why I smell like he about to do something?
Yeah, that's what I feel like too.
Let's look at it. Jungle Boy tired of losing. I feel like he about to do something.
He leaving.
All right. What we got after? What else we had on the list today? We did the Submersive. We did NBA. I am missing something, huh?
No celebrity deaths have there been. No.
Has it?
We ain't here in 2 weeks. You know,
you sure?
Living.
Y'all sure?
We want people living.
There's about to be one soon. Either Jim Jones or Pusha T.
Wait, what's going on with that?
I have no clue what happened.
Jim Jones dropped the track.
It was dope. The beginning of it.
Well, I think it started when Jim Jones, when they had that 50 greatest rappers with whoever brought that list out. Jim Jones said that Pusha T didn't belong on the 50 greatest rappers.
I know it.
Oh wow.
Was Jim
so
Jones
we get a heel turn from Jack Perry?
Oh, Jungle Boy hit Hook?
I felt it was coming though.
Yeah,
I felt it was coming.
Yeah.
He needed a heel turn.
Something needed to happen with
He needed a heel turn.
He need to cut his fucking hair too.
Yeah, but you know what? If he cut it, that hairline gonna be.
I don't want him to cut it.
Crazy.
That's a Jungle Boy look.
His hairline gonna look crazy.
So now they can start feuding for the. Oh yeah, I feel like he gonna make a good heel too, man.
He probably will.
He gotta change the look too. Look there. Yeah. He gotta change the whole look up. But the Pusha T joint,
right?
Like I don't understand that shit. You said it was over the top 50 joint,
and then Push said something. Well, they've been going. Jim
Jones ain't on the top 50.
Jim Jones has some stuff to say.
61.
Push did something on that. What was it? The LV in Paris.
Louis Vuitton joint.
Yeah, he dropped some bars for him with. I think he did a song with Malice, so it's a clip joint.
CMF.
Yeah, they about to feud for the FTW.
CMF, that's what he is.
And then they going back and forth. I'm with it.
Okay,
I don't mind it.
I rock with it. Look, Pusha T, I got a feeling he could body most people. I'm trying to. I don't want to start that argument, but I got a clear, decisive win for I said Booker T, Pusha T.
5 times.
Pusha T
coming for you, nigga.
Over Jim Jones for sure.
I mean, it should be fun. And then Push kind of alluded to the fact that Jim Jones is chasing the feature from you know who, the man. It's only one guy you want to feature from, man. It's only one man at the feature for all my dogs. The Aubrey Graham stimulus package, but because he brought them out when he did the Apollo. He brought out.
Speaking of, He
He brought Jim Jones out. He brought the whole Dipset.
That was months ago.
Yeah, so but I think they've been cool off of that situation. But I think then Push said, "Oh, you chasing a feature." So I mean,
Push would want the same feature, right?
Huh?
Well, Push would want the same fucking feature, right?
No, he said he don't want to do a song. He said he didn't want to do it.
He needed.
Not at this point.
Jim Jones said that last shit was trash. I started backing up when he said that. He said, "Take that last shit. That shit was garbage."
I mean, I'm cool with the back and forth.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think it's gonna last too long.
Nah, we get one good diss track. We haven't had a good diss track.
Though, I feel like it's gonna be something. Because then, what's the name? Already said something too.
Who?
J.R. Ryder was like, "Yo, you bringing in."
What is he? What is he gonna do?
I mean, they can do songs. J.R. Ryder can spit.
He can spit.
Look, I'm off. I'll never say no to any Dipset action. So I'm with it.
I mean, it's good for them, man.
Yeah, I mean, as long as ain't nobody shooting each other, nobody fighting.
Man, keep it on wax. Keep it on wax, y'all. Keep it on wax, man.
All right, well.
And Jim Jones looked like a dude that'll keep going back and forth. Like, yo, man, I got another one.
So you know what kind of killed it for me with Jim Jones and Joel? That damn verses with D Block.
Yeah.
They disappointed everybody.
It wasn't even D Block.
It wasn't even a fight. It was the Locks versus Cameron.
It wasn't even that. It was Jadakiss versus everybody. That's what it was. Sheik and them was just being hype, man. That's all he had to do.
It was like, let your boy say something, Cameron. And they was just do something, help him. Cameron had like a couple songs, and then
it was done from the first.
And then Jada just sealed it and killed everybody.
That's your boy.
Who was it? I didn't see
Newport Man.
Yeah. I was so bad when he came out the other day. I said,
you know what? It's just we're talking about Eddie Kingston. He's so sloppy to me.
Yo, he got a Wawa sub in this.
And
right
part of
That's
this.
why I hang out with Moxley.
Part of this is the appeal and the visual effects that we see.
I like it.
Grandpa, he finna fight.
Oh man,
that bull, pit bull. I call him.
He like the dude off of Remember Perfect Weapon when he took the fly.
But yeah, Eddie Kingston is just like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing in your off time? Your off days that you keep coming back looking worse. Each time I see you, you look worse.
He like that uncle that you don't know what he do for a living. When you just show up to our family events.
Get the kids $10 or something.
Go tell your mom I gave you this. Sneaky weed and shit. Here you go. You didn't get that from me.
That's my uncle. He cool.
Yeah, I like.
Like, look at him. He looks worse. Either way, sorry.
Well, you know him and Punk really don't fuck with each other at all.
Really?
Yeah, they don't like.
I
each
never
other
heard
at
of
all.
Nah,
like they really don't. Like they're
like that for years.
You think it was just on TV?
He probably called him
really,
fat piece of shit.
It was.
he said a couple things.
But we had some movies release in the last couple times. Actually, last time we talked about Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Since then, we got the Flash movie.
I just watched Transformers again for the second time.
Yeah, I still gotta catch it.
It's okay.
I still gotta catch it.
You was like, I'm gonna see Tuesday. It's good.
I'm gonna see it. But we did get a Flash release, and that was one of our, anticipated movies of the year. Corey, did you see it? You're not seeing it.
Yeah, you're not seeing it.
All right. And I kind of want to get Brian's take on this too, so we can revisit this next week. Yeah. But
he had a real.
Give me just a 1 through 10 review. Would you 1 out of 10? Well, 1 through 10. What do you rank it? And let's just start with that first.
Give it a solid 7.5.
That's like you hearing from people.
Yeah, I'll give it a 7.
And part of my reasoning isn't even the movie itself. It's just really what all came out around it. Like all the other movies that came out. Like we're coming off a lot. Like it came out around with Guardians 3.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Verse,
Right.
and Transformers.
Right.
So I'm having to, with the scores I've already given those other movies, I have to be cognitive of what I'm going to give this
Right.
in relation to those as well. So if it came out all by itself last fall or coming up this fall, I might have gave it a little more.
Okay, I can see that. I can see
that.
But it was a unique movie. I'll just
Was it though?
I was kind of like, I'm trying not to really spoil it, but it was just weird watching it just because of everything that we know that's coming out after this.
Mm-hmm.
So my expectations for it was really like, it's more like a swan song for Snyder's films.
Right.
And
did it live up to that?
I didn't think it did.
No,
I think
it didn't.
I think
It
the
didn't.
acting. I mean, I'm going to take Ezra's ass aside. I mean, he is an asshole. Let's just call it for what it is.
He killed,
But I'm just only going to speak on this just in the context of the film.
he killed his
He
own.
was good in the movie.
There were, to me, some questionable parts with the acting, though. It was some with him, some with Iris West and him. There was not a chemistry between them, in my opinion.
You know what? And
And
this is where I was going. Me and Brian was talking about this because basically they didn't have her established enough for you to
and because
really care about it.
their story arcs begin in the Snyder cut.
it was starting and they cut from there.
If that man had a hand in this and really had his hands in this one,
Well,
I feel like it would have been a way better movie.
well, did y'all hear about?
Yeah, he's saying Snyder.
Well, did y'all hear about what happened though after all this?
No.
Well, apparently, this ain't spoiling it, y'all. This is out there public knowledge. Now.
I mean,
Well, hold
it's
on. How
right?
public is it though? Because sometimes you say
No,
public knowledge.
it came out. Apparently, the pictures that went online earlier when they showed Keaton, and I guess at a courthouse, and then they had, I guess, the girl, Supergirl, in the courthouse as well. They shot 3 endings for this movie.
Right.
It was
Yeah,
the
I
one
saw
ending. One ending is the one that we saw.
Right.
The second ending was basically they were setting up for, I guess, the big live action version of Crisis on Infinite Earth. And the second ending that they shot, it had Keaton's Batman, it had Cavill, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and somebody else. I can't remember who.
Aquaman, probably.
I think it was. Don't quote me on it, but it may have been one of them. But they said that they shot a scene. They were all at the courthouse, and then there was a third scene that was shot where apparently Ben Affleck was supposed to be a big part of this whole Crisis thing starting. Apparently, I guess Barry messed up at the end even more, and excuse me, and I guess he had left a message on a TV screen, and he basically said, "Barry, you got to help us."
So wait, is it George Clooney was in this movie?
Yeah. So
You seen it, Dave?
it's been 2
Yeah,
weeks.
but I didn't want to give for the. No, it's only been a week.
It's been 2 weeks, hasn't
Oh, it came out last.
Yeah.
Did it come out last week?
It came out last
Oh,
Friday.
that's right. Man, this is a
So
week ahead.
I didn't want to jump into spoilers just yet. But
Oh, my
who
fault,
cares?
my
Who
fault,
cares?
my fault.
It's not. It's
No,
not.
no,
It's
no.
nothing. It's nothing.
It's not a crazy. It's not a crazy.
It doesn't play into the story
You
at all.
didn't hear that. You didn't
I
hear
was just
that.
asking a
So
question.
it's fine. If you haven't seen it,
No,
anyway,
Drew was gonna answer it. Like
That's your fault.
You're dreaming. You're dreaming.
So what I
When it
would have
comes
liked,
on Max, I'll-
what I would have liked was a call back to that Dawn of Justice. Is it Dawn of Justice?
To
Where
what?
Batman's sleeping and the Flash.
Yeah, and he comes through and he.
That
yes.
would have been perfect for this movie.
Now, had Snyder did it, it would have been in there.
It would have been
Remember when he
perfect
comes
for
through
this
with-
movie.
Who
I
directed
did-
this?
Andy Muschietti,
Yeah, and he will be directing
Brave and the Bold.
Brave and the Bold Batman movie.
Okay.
He, and you can kind of see this movie has an
He's got
affinity towards
Batman.
Batman. Batman, I feel like, had the shining moments in the movie. Both Batmans, Ben Affleck's and Michael Keaton's.
And that's
that's what made me like.
It felt like the Batman's parts were better to me than the Flash's parts, and I think that's what Gunn and them saw. Like, yeah, he really likes Batman, so let's try to give him a shot. The acting was for me, and the story, honestly, it was I don't want to say long and drawn out, but that first probably 60% of that movie, they could have did that faster. They could have got there faster and gave me a better story.
No pun intended.
Correct. No pun intended. Like, they were doing goofy stuff, and the beginning scene, every action movie, superhero movie has a beginning action scene, right? Their beginning action scene,
the babies in the hospital.
It was a little over the top. It kind of it got goofy. It looked goofy, and the way he runs, pisses me off so bad. The way he does his flat, and the effects look cool sometimes when the things slow down. But once he starts running and his feet and his arms do this,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, why do they make it look like this? The TV version looked better than this shit, and
they got slammed. They've been slamming them because of the visual effects. The director had to come out and say it was unintentionally done. I don't think it was, though.
It just took away from the movie. Now, I'm okay with the plot that they did. I just felt like it could have been bigger.
If you're going to full Flashpoint the thing, just do the full Flashpoint.
And we could have got some good stuff in this movie.
They could have.
We could have got something similar to the Flashpoint Paradox cartoon movie where we got to see Thomas Wayne, or even if we wanted to keep it with Keaton, right? Give us something that. All right, how do you feel about Keaton? You're a big Batman fan, right? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Keaton in this movie?
He was the second best Batman in the movie.
Okay, I get it. All right, now how do you feel about his character arc in that movie? Do you feel like was he needed for that movie, or could they just did that with any? Could they have done that with Cyborg? Could they have done that with?
They could.
Wonder Woman.
Your two favorites. Get ready to fight.
Nah, wait till tell me when Hangman get in there.
So I feel like he was integral to what happens in the movie and helping them out. Like, without him, what do they even do? My thing, what threw me a little bit was when they first met him, and he had the long hair, and he was all eccentric, and I didn't get that. I didn't get it,
and it just changed. Went right back to
because he was just explaining, and you just automatically believe in this guy. Like, you have to tell me, has he had an experience with this, that he's got some pretext knowledge, and then to believe,
how the fuck does he know? How the fuck does he know?
It was just like he came in, talked to you. He was like, oh, yeah, you want some spaghetti? He came with a nice analogy.
How does he know?
But then he was just like, after that,
he was swinging barefoot.
I'm going to cut my hair and shave the beard.
That's what I'm saying.
Now
it was a weird transition into him. And I'm like, I like him. And I like the scenes they did for him action-wise, right? They gave him, riding out in the sun glory moments.
I didn't expect him to be in that much scuffling.
In the grand scheme of story, and maybe, again, because what we've seen this year, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and you said something to me a couple weeks ago. You said Spider-Man had soul.
Yeah.
And that's something that we felt watching that movie.
Yeah.
When I watched Flash, I didn't feel shit. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't feel a tear,
like
any emotion watching Flash.
The only times I felt something,
it was just a movie to watch.
The only time I felt something watching it was that end when he did the tail off with the mom. That's the only part that kind of got me. I like, damn.
Okay.
I was like that. That was, but we went through a whole movie to get just to that point. Versus,
it took too long for that part. I mean, I'm only saying that just because of. I lost my mom.
And honestly, if the last...
I kind of see where that part was coming from, but it just took way too long for certain things.
I will, slightly tailor my comment. That part did, evoke something, but it didn't give me the gravity that I felt when I watched Spider-Man. And then didn't get nowhere near Guardians of the Galaxy. The whole Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I'm like...
I just watched that again last week.
Yeah, just
And you know what's
I can't. Yo, like what they doing in here?
and you know what's worse when you watch it the second time, because when you're watching it the first time, you don't know what to expect. You don't know what's coming up, so you kind of going through the emotion as it's happening. The second time, you know the part's coming up. You already getting choked up. It ain't even to the part. I'm like, this lump is in my throat. What is going on? It's smoke.
So basically, all the hype around the movie wasn't lived up.
I'm gonna give it a 7 as well.
It's not a bad movie, but it's not. It's not what we've seen this year.
Y'all saying the same thing all the critics?
Well, no, but I also feel like what made it worse was whoever came out and said this was the greatest superhero. And then it had us going in so real high. Versus just let me watch it.
And honestly, if they took out the last 10 to 15 minutes of that movie, I'd probably rank it lower.
I honestly,
if they didn't do all the little, that was just a nerd of me that kind of like some of that stuff. But I feel like I didn't get what I needed. That's why I'm only giving it a 7.
What pissed me off about this even more was just watching Ben's back on screen. Well, it looked like I was really getting invested in him.
Well, that's
and then it was just like done, and I was just like,
but
you know you're done with them too now.
But I think that's gonna crack a door open because
he's done.
I know, but Kevin Smith came out and said that he thinks
something's going on.
That something's going down, and it was because if Ben Affleck never does he needs a standalone Batman movie.
But how do you do it?
That might be the biggest.
You can't fit it.
That might be the biggest. Look, you just make it.
They're gonna get 2 more Robert Pattinsons.
Where do you give a damn? Where do you Robert Pattinson?
But it's old. It's old.
I see where you're going with it.
Where do you fit in a third Batman now?
I don't know.
You just give me an old Batman story. I don't care. he can fight the Scarecrow. He can fight Eddie.
Where do you fit in a third Batman? It's not. I can't. I get your point because it looked good. The scenes look good.
He knocked Ishii out for real.
I knocked him out, man.
Yo, he knocked him out for real.
So Han race cars and wrestle, man.
Yo, he put Ichi out.
Wait, damn, he really hit him?
Oh yeah, he's really knocked out. He's really knocked out.
Damn.
And I like Tanahashi. I like the.
He laid him out.
I like Takeshi, man.
Yeah,
let me ask you this. See, because the way y'all talking, that's gonna make me see it. Like it's gonna feel like fans gonna start saying you should have just kept Zack Snyder there.
See,
you should have just kept because they should have just kept Zack Snyder there.
That's what I feel like. You should have let him end that.
So they're gonna be that side of the fence, right?
Okay.
But Zack Snyder did not have the say-so that James Gunn now has. And that's where DC bit themselves in the foot. By changing, I don't know what DC was going for, honestly, because the initial reports was that when they got rid of Cavill, this Supergirl was supposed to be the new super.
And this was supposed to
This was
going to be the new group going forward. It was going to be Keaton, Supergirl, Flash, and whoever they can, Aquaman, and Gal Gadot. Because I don't even know what the hell going on with Ray Fisher. I think they just wrote his story off.
Well, he was supposed to have been in this film. And that's another thing. It's more drama. They said that movie underwent like massive reshoots because it had one director. It had Hamada and a vision that they were going to do.
Yeah, the Hamada-verse was supposed to be this inclusive. That's why we're getting a girl Superwoman. That's why we got Ray Fisher. That's why we want to try to give us a rainbow coalition
and
of everybody.
They canceled the Batgirl film because
Batgirl was going.
Batgirl film because of how this was going to play out. They said basically because of that second ending.
And they said it didn't test well either, right?
No. Well, they're saying they're getting like mixed reviews on it.
I didn't want to see it anyway.
I was gonna wait till HBO, man.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And it's not because she's a woman. I love women.
Yeah,
I love women. I love Wonder Woman.
But basically, they were filming a movie, and there was a changing of the guard going on. So they saw it and basically said, "Well, we're going to."
It's not selling. It's not selling. You know what?
This raises a bigger question.
Why would it? Well, who was going to see Batgirl? For real.
No,
who was going to go see Batgirl?
I thought you were talking about Flash wasn't.
Maybe 5.
But you know what?
But look, Flash dropped off 75%.
That thing dropped to a Jennifer Lawrence film. That tells you right now that
Spider-Man is selling. Spider-Man this past weekend sold better than Flash.
Yep.
She got the one where she
that raunchy
dating the
comedy.
young boy. She
They pay her.
Yeah. I want to see that.
I want to see that too.
But
I wonder if she'll pay to date me.
it's
Who wouldn't?
I'd do it for free.
That's Mystique, right? Did she play Mystique?
she did play Mystique. Yeah.
But you know what? This raises like a bigger question. Now, I really think Gunn needs to just stop BSing and just
I'm
do a
saying that his
full-blown-
first movie by itself. Or they gonna
A full blown what?
A full blown reboot because this.
He is.
I
Well,
mean-
see, we don't know. We don't know
Yeah.
because now I'm hearing that Blue Beetle may be a part of his universe.
They're actually saying that's actually a
That's
good,
good.
a
I heard
good
it.
movie.
Yeah, and I mess with Blue Beetle, and I feel like that's the perfect actor to play him.
Yeah.
But
I
from
can't
what
wait
I
to see
hear
it.
in his verbiage,
It's Cobra Kai, right?
and if you go back to his announcement when he was like saying, "Hey, this is my vision," he says, "Oh no, you know what? I'm thinking about Aquaman." He said Aquaman leads directly into his
Oh,
universe.
never mind. Yeah, you're right. I'm about to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I thought
he
did
said
say
Blue Beetle. Yeah. But from what I heard recently, they saying that Blue Beetle is still in his universe. We'll see. I
I just think they should.
would have been okay with Zack Snyder finishing, his story arc. I think something happened along the way. I think it might have been Batman
was-
versus Something didn't do what Warner Brothers thought it was
It
going
was
to
too
do.
many cooks in the kitchen.
I think it was Batman versus. It could have been Justice League because that's
it
the
was
time.
Pride, man.
It's too many cooks in the
pride,
kitchen.
man. Because when they released the Snyder Cut thing and it did well,
And they should have
they
just said,
still hated on
yeah,
it.
they did. They
Like,
did.
it's pride.
They did.
They could have just sucked that
Yeah,
up.
'cause
Yo,
they
come
could-
back.
Because they couldn't admit they were wrong.
They wrong.
Yeah.
And then
They
the whole
couldn't
time,
admit.
And they didn't even
sorry.
want to put the damn film out to begin with.
nope.
So-
And then the whole time you looking for somebody, the man right there mapped it out. You should have just kissed his ass.
Yeah.
Yo, come on, dog, help us out.
Yeah.
They could have did a lot of things differently, but like I said, I mean now Gunn's got in a predicament. He's got to pretty much reboot the whole thing. I mean I wanted to see him succeed because I love comic films and I love everything. I want to see him succeed,
I
but
ain't give a damn no more.
I think you're gonna change your tone when you see the new.
we'll see it.
I think you're gonna change your tone.
What, Ben Affleck gonna be in there? as
I
Batman?
just I'm really I don't want to say invested. I have belief in James Gunn when it comes to comic book movies. It's few people that I feel like actually do their research, but even then they go to a creative extent to make a character like Peacemaker a
relevant.
decent character to watch.
I'm
You wouldn't
really-
have watched 10 years ago. Nobody would have went to go see something that had to do with Peacemaker, but that show was fucking good.
There was.
It was a good show on HBO Max.
What-
I don't know if y'all catched it, but it's a good show.
Honestly, what has my attention with James Gunn is the authority. That's going to be something. I'm telling you now. Everybody's going to be. That's going to be a head scratcher when it comes out, just because.
I hope he learn to see it through.
I think he will. I think you'll get him maybe 3 or 4 years. And then, I'm just saying it. That's just me.
I just ain't got the energy for a whole reboot.
I got you. I got you.
All I want to do is see
understand.
Ben Affleck in a Batman movie by his damn self,
And that was one of I feel like one of the travesties of Ben Affleck taking that character on is that he didn't really get.
his just due.
I don't want to say it's just due because he got more than Cyborg did.
Yeah.
But actually, I feel like the Snyder Cut is Cyborg's movie.
Well, that's what that. But that's
That
what
was the whole theme.
But
was.
that's what
what he wanted.
Snyder had said from the beginning. He said Cyborg's the heart and soul of that team, and I think that's what really upset him about how the Whedon was it Joss Whedon's cut came out. They took so much of Cyborg's story out, and he was like, "Yo, I created him as almost the focal point of this movie, and you cut it down to him being just another extra character.
Yeah,
you had to have a black dude in it."
That's a whole other argument, man.
Because I said even just the way that they ended the Snyder Cut Justice League, I'm like, that exchange with Batfleck and Jared Leto's Joker, come on, man.
Yeah.
You got to see that through.
I don't think we would have got a continuation of that. I think we would have got a proper
Send off.
interaction between them two. We haven't really got a proper.
No. Well, they said they cut a lot of his stuff out of Suicide
And
Squad.
that's what I'm saying. We haven't got a proper conflict between them two.
And they said Ayers is talking about he
Releasing
wants
it.
his whole cut now.
Yeah.
He said we want the Ayers cut because he said there was a lot of stuff cut out of that one.
Apparently, I guess I guess they filmed with Killer Croc, and him had got cut.
So a lot of Joker got cut.
Yeah, they said. Well, they gave the company. They sent his movie to a trailer company in Canada, and they cut the movie.
And what I hate is when you hire these people to make your movies, let them do their job. You had some sort of faith in them to create whatever they were going to create. So,
Just in general,
I want to see the haircut.
I mean, then to speak on that, like to me, you could have when homeboy's daughter killed herself. You could have just halted everything and like, yo, wait till he come back.
Nah, but it was
they needed that money.
There was problems going on.
They probably spent a lot of money on sets and shit.
With Marvel,
it cost a lot of money to postpone shit.
Marvel would have probably been like, yo, we don't want nobody.
Well,
to
Zach himself has said he didn't want it to be held but I think Zach thought that they were just going to finish his vision, and Zach didn't know they were going to cut it up and do all what they did. I think Zach had most of it.
They didn't want that 4-hour movie in theaters.
But no, he said it was 2 parts.
Yeah, he should.
And they should have cut it into 2 parts.
He said
they should have cut it into 2 parts. Yeah,
part 1 and part 2.
I think if that would have came out first, we'd be having a whole different conversation right now.
I mean,
but it's just the fact that it failed. I mean, maybe it does need a whole new outlook. I mean, I hope for the best because I love the characters and I love comic films. But that is just it's a mess, and it's still seeming like it's a mess that they're trying to clean up. It look like
nothing changed from the Hamada era.
Well, this is just remnants. This is just remnants. So we won't really know until we see that.
That's what I'm saying.
Until that James Gunn,
his first movie itself.
Wow.
Hey, after what I seen with Guardians of the Galaxy, man,
he left on a high note. So let's give him that.
I think,
but look where he was at.
And to me, my big thing with DC and Snyder was that's what I wanted from them. I wanted that dark, gritty, grimy.
Yeah, that was their difference.
Which Guardians 3 did have some gritty, sad, dark stuff to it, but it was still colorful,
right?
And it was still that Marvel feel.
DC gave us that I don't want to call it that Spawn feeling, but it wasn't comic book because it was dark. It was really, cursing aloud, stabbing aloud, shooting aloud.
You go all the way back to Watchmen. I said you go back to Watchmen, and then that's really. That was the tone of their movies.
And that's another movie that they kind of like screwed him over on.
That was one. That one could have been cut in half too. That could have been 2 parts. Watchmen, long as shit.
I like Watchmen.
I watched it in theaters, but it felt long.
Did y'all watch the TV show?
Yes, love it.
No, I heard it was good though.
Oh, man,
fire!
That was
fire. Yeah, Regina King,
Night Nurse.
Oh, fire!
Deals with Tulsa.
But it was based off of not the Snyder movie.
It's based off the comic book. The Snyder version changed some stuff from the comic book, so the show is based off more of what happens in the comic book than the movie.
Because the ending of in the book, the ending of the movie,
it don't match. They're different. It's 2 different endings, but similar result.
So Snyder. What's his name? So James Gunn's first movie is leading off his own.
Well,
he's
doing Superman.
Is going to do Superman, which he's writing and directing.
Well, apparently they already supposedly they casted the guy.
Don't give a damn about that.
It's been almost 20 years, right?
I'm interested to see who they pick.
When the last one came out, 08?
Superman?
Yeah.
That first Henry Cavill. Man of Steel. It was 08?
Wasn't it?
Ooh,
about 10 years ago.
Really?
Or was it 2010? I know it wasn't. Because The Watchmen came out like 2011, 2012.
Yeah, it was after
Batman
Watchmen.
vs Superman was 2013.
It's after Watchmen.
2013.
It came out 2013?
Man of Steel 2013. So 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's an alright movie to lead off with.
We should still
I don't care about Superman.
But we should still be riding the wave.
It's a unique film on who they're putting in it, though. Supposedly.
I haven't heard anything about.
Well, supposedly
they putting Batfleck in it.
No,
I don't give a damn.
Nah, it's supposed to be him. I don't know if he's fighting the Authority or they're going to be basing it off of this book called Superman versus the Elite.
We'll see.
I don't know. How
I think we a little far. We still a little ways out.
It's
from any speculation. I got to see the casting first before I get anything.
It's a big yawn fest for me.
Yeah, I'm not a big Superman guy.
I'm just interested to see how it is.
Who likes Cyclops?
Don't you like Cyclops?
Nah, that's Julian. Yeah, he like both little.
Cop cars.
I like Cyclops.
Because that's the miracle of Zack Snyder. Because Jules will tell you, I didn't even want to watch Man of Steel. Cause I can't stand Superman. I can't stand Superman. I still can't stand him. But he made a Superman movie that I actually enjoyed. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
My part's when he's saving the kids off the bus.
Nah,
the
best part of Man of Steel is when the chick started doing Dragon Ball Z shit on the military people.
Oh,
she was fucking.
That movie, I mean,
they ran that back in The Flash.
Yeah, it wasn't as good though. It wasn't as good.
They ran
Man of Steel. That third act, that movie was just a brawl, man. Especially the ending when they was fighting in the city, and just tearing.
I saw something come down.
So is that the spider that came?
Nah, it was like a little
Mothman.
Oh.
Mothman Prophecies. That's a good movie.
I liked it too.
All right. Anything else on the Flash while we talking about it?
I tell people, see it and make your own opinion.
Yeah, go see it, guys. It's worth a look.
All right, I would say yeah. I would say go see it just so you say you saw it. But
I'm still debating on if I see it again. I don't know if I'm seeing it.
I'm probably not gonna watch it again.
I might not either.
I'm not gonna watch it again.
Yeah, I might not. I'm not.
Anything else coming out that y'all looking forward to?
Indy.
You got Indiana Jones. And
Is he too old?
No,
tell the truth.
that movie. We turned
Tell the
Brian.
truth.
We made Brian change his whole mind
From what?
watching that last trailer. I'm watching Thursday.
How old is Harrison Ford?
Harrison
Like
Ford
80?
is
like 80.
79 years old. I don't care. I mean, Harrison Ford was like my guy.
What he gonna be doing?
I don't care.
Oh shit! Who won?
They did.
And Eddie Kingston's still pissed.
I don't know if I care to.
I'm gonna watch it.
Is that a Disney thing? Is that gonna come out on Disney Plus? I'll wait for Disney
I don't know.
Plus.
I'm just a fan.
Most likely, but I'm gonna watch it.
I'm a fan of Indiana Jones.
White man with a whip.
Oh shit!
Trauma.
Yeah, I think I'm. Yeah, let me know how it is next week though.
I'm actually gonna go see it. Like I said, I'm a Harrison Ford fan.
Yeah, y'all let me know how it is.
And I'm on it, man. So I might go Thursday. I'll probably go Thursday. Go see it.
Anything else in movies that I'm missing? I feel like
Mission Impossible's coming out.
Mission Impossible. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle. Yeah.
I can't really think of anything right now.
Yeah, it's kind of the big movies kind of happen.
Oh yeah. While we on it, what was it? Shit, we were just talking about it. Extraction 2.
Oh yeah, Extraction 2 came. Oh, good movie. It was a good movie.
Also, we still talking in theaters though.
We can talk whatever. We can talk whatever.
Before we go to Extraction, I feel like it's a different medium.
Right.
This is the time where I get caught up on my movies. I'm going to see The Blackening.
Okay.
What else I want to see? I want to see the joint with.
That was good though.
With
the Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman, I gotta see that.
Yeah.
I want to see Homegirl.
Jennifer Lawrence
movie.
I'm gonna wait for that to come out on HBO. So
yeah, it's a bunch of movies I gotta get caught up. Like Lesser.
I want to see that Boogeyman movie.
Yeah, Boogeyman.
Yes. So Extraction 2 came out this week. Netflix. I was a big fan of the first one, and I am a fan of one takes. And so the one take is basically the camera appears not to cut. It follows one cameraman throughout the whole sequence, and it's like you don't blink, right? The first one had a good one take scene, but this second one,
they had a couple of them, man.
It's about 20 some odd minutes long. And in terms of a one take sequence, that's like unheard of to be this long, right? So some other things that do one takes. Daredevil in all his seasons had a one take. Mm-hmm. The first season was in a hallway. The second season took in a staircase.
And it didn't take away from the movie.
No. I think
I think that was innovative. Though,
I think you'll see that as a theme that they're going to do in the next one if they do have. I'm sure they're going to have another one now. I don't know if you guys ever watched True Detective, the first season of True Detective. They had a really good one take with Matthew McConaughey. Mm-hmm. He was going through the hood somewhere in the South, and it was a good ass scene. It was chasing. It was a good ass scene. But I say that to say, Extraction 2, very well done. The action sequences, it's an action movie. You know, the story wasn't bad. You know, a believable story, but good lord, the action sequences
that fucking kid pissed me off.
Oh yeah.
I was hoping that he got it.
Yeah,
but it was the action was very very. I'll just say this is gonna lead into a bigger question. I've seen 2 movies this year with action, and they reinvented violence. John Wick was this one just because of the innovative scenes that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, it reinvented some action sequences as a viewer on how you were watching it and it was coming across. It was I really liked the one takes how they did it. It didn't take away from the movie. To me, it enhanced it even more.
Yeah.
Especially when they was actually showing it was actually him doing it, not a stunt guy. You could actually see him doing the action and everything. So
I will say they cheated by doing their one take. And I can show you guys an example, but on certain scenes during that, on certain sequences during that, the camera would like go across somebody's back or something, will walk across it real quick. That's how they cheated, and basically that's where they cut at. And then when they action, they bring it back there and start the new sequence over. So that's how they cheated. Again, to the eye, it looks like it's all one sequence. So it looks amazing. It's a great 20 some odd minute sequence.
that prison sequence, that was
But
incredible.
John Wick, and I gotta watch that again. I'm way afraid it to come back out. I gotta watch it again. That dragon breath scene,
Probably one of the best scenes I've ever seen.
my boy, when he pulled out that fucking, you seen it, Corey?
Oh, you never watched?
No.
Nope. He had the expiration date now.
But whenever you do get to see it, you'll see what we're talking about.
Max.
It's this one sequence, Corey, with this fucking gun and the camera angle that they use to do it with. It's just,
It looked like Smash TV.
that was thinking out of the box, innovative, and like I really just gotta see the movie again just for that scene.
I've never seen nothing like that.
The step scene, though, man.
The steps, yeah, it was exhausted. I was exhausted watching.
No, I just want to like grab onto the rail,
Yeah.
damn it, John.
I was exhausted watching that.
Grab the
part.
fucking rail.
And then that happened there. I was like,
Both great movies, both action, and I thought about this,
and it was needed. Too.
and I might have brought this up to you guys in the past, and I was talking about like who's our action star of the day, and I was like, I think it's Keanu Reeves. I'm gonna put Chris Hemsworth on that list,
especially after this one.
and he's believable to me. He's not Jason Statham or none of that, where I expect him to do all the crazy stuff, but I believe for what he's capable of doing with his body type,
reminds me of
being able to deflect, cut, and incapacitate somebody real quick. It's believable. And if they did something where they had to do a remake of an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie,
He was fitted.
go ahead and just put him in there.
He would be a good Ben Richards in a Running Man, though.
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking,
just-
even if they did a Predators remake Predators, I can see him being
And it,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He
Even
was-
I'm not saying they would ever do
I
that.
mean, no, I just want them to keep doing what they're doing with Predator. But
And yeah, I
That's
do
what
like
you
where they're
think.
going with Predators with the times. I think that's the best thing that they could do. But I'm just saying,
he was brilliant.
I'm thinking of our modern action stars, and right now the names that are popping out to me:
It's
Keanu Reeves.
to be honest with you,
Hemsworth.
it's not really a big action.
It's not
They're just putting these actors in situations
Right.
to make them look like badasses.
Right.
But Hemsworth, I didn't think he was. I thought he was going to be the odd man out, especially after playing Thor. And nobody would really see him in that. Now he's got another little franchise that he can put his hands in. And
Yeah,
so
this is
that's
definitely,
good
and
for him.
Russo's produced this, so
Yeah.
so I'm assuming
this is gonna be more.
his job as the extractor is to go in and get people out.
Yeah, yeah. But
it's just the way how they did it.
It get
Yeah.
real. It get real physical.
Gritty, yeah. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, it was.
I just want to make a quick, shout out to
Tony Storm.
Tony Storm. We're watching her match right now, and shout out to Will and Nightingale too.
Nightingale doing her thing.
Yeah, she is.
She's doing her thing.
both of them.
I like
The
them.
only way this match would get better is if Sky Blue run out here and help.
Yo,
her.
Sky Blue. Shoot.
That's the only way.
I think she's gonna end up.
She got to.
She gotta.
She got to.
They really
'cause
trying to build her up though. They're doing their thing.
after that picture they went out. Yeah, they got to. They got to.
Yam City.
Anything else I'm missing? Extraction 2. we talked about.
I just
Part
told
three?
you. Yeah.
Part 3 is definitely
It's
gonna
definitely
happen.
happening. He even said it, confirmed it.
And I like that little French girl
Who?
that's in that movie.
Oh,
Oh, the one he was on his partner?
You mean the Indian joint?
Yeah, whatever she is. Actually, I Googled. She from Iran.
It don't matter. She can come blow my house.
oh shit! Oh,
Oh
shit!
my god!
Oh
I'm-
shit!
see.
You might take that out.
I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it.
You muted it.
I'm leaving it.
Thank you.
I'm leaving it. Yeah, she
She was fine.
alright.
She was fine. She was fine.
Yeah. Let's get back on track real quick. What you got? Something to say?
I'm looking forward to. They had another preview. We've talked about it briefly before. When I went to see Transformers today, I saw another trailer for. Was it the last voyage of the Demeter?
I did see that
Demeter.
trailer.
Yo, that looks. This one's even better than.
I got to
first.
see what
I'm
it's
like,
rated. If it's rated PG-13,
I don't even care what it's rated.
It's
That
R-rated.
thing.
if it's R-rated, I'll give it a shot. If it's
I'm on
PG-13, I think I'm
on
gonna wait till it come
You heard
out
it
or
was
something.
based off of that, like a chapter in the Bram Stoker's book.
Yeah.
But
The-
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Well, since we're watching wrestling, let's go ahead and finish up on wrestling. Anything WWE? I know. Oh yes, we finally got the breakup. We finally got the breakup of the bloodline. Well, at least the split. They calling it the Bloodline Civil War now. That's what WWE hashtagged it as. The Usos breaking apart from Roman Reigns and I keep calling him Umaga. What's his name?
Solo.
Solo Sikoa. Where you think that's going?
I don't know.
Is somebody else coming into the bloodline?
Who knows?
I don't know.
How do they get the favor back into the villain side? How do you bolster the heels? I feel like that's what always happens. You have to give the good guys a win, and then the heel somehow tops it again.
I think Roman might be going to run by himself.
Huh? He gonna break up?
Yeah, you going like Paul Heyman.
Sikoa.
Sorry, viewers.
He
watching
gonna get
this,
rid.
man.
I feel like the Usos gonna get Paul Heyman, and then this is gonna be Roman. And then because you already know people been hitting him with the whole. They've been hitting with the whole. You can't do it by yourself. Line and shit. Because nobody else is ready to come up. The Rock's door is not ready.
Oh, she's green as grass, man.
Then well, what's the name? Margaret's son just started taking bookings with Booker T. So
Yeah.
unless Jacob Fatu come over there,
Yeah, that'd be a problem. That'd be something different.
I love the fact that he's still carrying around 3 titles now. That's even better.
Yeah, he never
I
got rid of the
love
other
that.
one.
Roll around with
you're
3
not
titles.
supposed to do that until you lose.
Yeah, then it's gonna suck after that. I like this whole 3
They
title.
keeping the lineage.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep counting.
I like this. I like this. I got one on the. I was like, yo, that's gangster.
Do we care about Cody Rhodes anymore?
I think after Mania he got devalued, just because of everybody was expecting
He's
him
fighting
to win.
Dominic Mysterio.
That's just a blow off feud so he can do the bull roll.
Is it because Dominic got the heat?
He my
and they
favorite.
need to,
He my
and they
favorite
need-
heel.
They need to put Cody with some heat.
Yup.
He my favorite heel right now.
Because I think
And-
Cody lost it. I think Cody lost the mojo.
And the thing is, that's not his fault, really. That you got to blame
But they
booking.
still cheer him though. I don't think he lost it.
You got to
still
blame
sing
booking
music.
on that though.
I just feel like the excitement's gone about the whole
It's not Roman.
get the title.
It's
thing.
him versus
like,
Seth, right? It's him versus Seth, right?
What?
Cody.
Basically.
It's not Roman.
And then they gonna have to let Seth get the win because Cody done got 3 straight on him. So I already see how that's going. Like Seth's not gonna
I
lose
just
to you
don't.
4th straight.
I don't know what the
And not
allure
for the
is right
title.
now. Yeah, I really don't know what to do with Cody at the moment.
I just think after Mania he lost momentum.
Is Ghostface coming back?
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt?
I don't know what's going on with that.
They
he's
real
not.
quiet
He's
on
not
that.
healthy. He's sick. But that it's supposed to be 2 people coming back after SummerSlam. Bray Wyatt's supposed to actually show up for SummerSlam. That's what they're saying. And Randy Orton is supposed to be coming back after SummerSlam. Randy Orton came out and told everybody who keep telling people that I'm retiring, I'm not retired. I still got a lot left.
Okay.
We'll see.
But I always feel like it was a lot. See, it was so many times when Bray was supposed to come back. And then he didn't. I'm just.
Yeah, now I'm a little.
I just wanted.
I'm a little through with it.
I just wanted to.
I'm over it.
I just wanted to be a night where House of Black lights go out and then they come on and Bray looking fucking House of Black in the face, and then that's when we know.
Honestly, that'd be one of the best things.
That'd be crazy.
Well, that group ain't gonna last too much longer.
Buddy leaving.
Because Buddy leaving.
Well, he is.
Yeah, Murphy already told me
Where he going?
he going back to be with his girl.
I did like how when him and Andrade had a fight or had a match last week, they both did the
finishing
significant others.
And then Charlotte did the little Andrade pose on her match last week on Friday.
Bitch.
Anything WWE we talk about?
Nothing really big.
AEW. We did get an introduction to a new show, Collision on Saturday nights.
I like it.
And Jason and I have been talking. Collision, some reason, looks cleaner. It looks more polished than the Wednesday show. I don't know if because they got new cameras and new equipment, but Collision's production, Collision's production is a better production team than the Wednesday night show.
Like just the shots.
It looks like a WWE almost show.
They just hired from WWE.
Just like you said, the shots, the camera, everything looks more WWE than what I see on Wednesday nights. It just looks more professional. For
you know what? I wouldn't even say it looks WWE. It's just so much more polished.
Maybe
like it looks like if I turn on the TV, I say AEW. But
when I say WWE, it's more in terms of their production, right? They put more money in their production. And what just happened here? Why did the ref get in the way of that? You saw that, right? Didn't he running?
He did something.
Dusty finish.
He had a half a chub. Yeah.
Anyway, Collision premiere episode happened last Saturday, not this past Saturday, but the previous Saturday. We got the return of CM Punk back in AEW. He took some shots, some subliminals, but that's what we expected from him. But other than that, a decent show. I can't complain about it. I watched it last night. It
was good.
They had some good matches.
I got to see some people that I haven't seen in a while.
And that's what I was going to say. I'm glad that they did get another a segment, because there are people who we haven't seen in months. And they have, a building roster of people. And we were just talking about, what's her name? And they've been putting her on Dark, or is she on Impact now?
Cool.
Black chick used to wear... She used to be like Athena, I think they call her now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you talking about Aretha Franklin? What you talking about? Amber Moon?
Yeah, Amber Moon. There's people we haven't seen, and I forgot they was there.
I'd have been good on seeing her. But
Andrade, I forgot he was there.
He just came back. He was hurt.
Yeah. Miro
was back.
Oh, he looked really good, though.
But a lot of them, like Andrade and them, came out and said they should do brand split. Have one heavyweight champion
and
there.
It felt like a different show. When we watched that first episode, that first Saturday, it felt like a whole different organization a little bit. The announcers weren't the same. If they didn't say AEW, they could have said anything else, and it would have been whatever they called it. I'm interested to see how this year turns out for AEW.
What's the name's on creative there, too?
Who?
Dax.
Hardwood?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's part of creative.
Okay.
CM Punk is too.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Well, they got to give him what they want to be happy.
Yes, I feel like you got some real good wrestling minds that's going to be behind a lot of stuff. Like these first two episodes have been good to me.
Yeah.
I like
good matches. They've been some good matches.
And then you get the one in Chicago. Punk's obviously going to get cheered.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get yesterday. Go to Toronto. You get that half and half.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of how it used to be with Cena. You had half the crowd love Cena, half the crowd hated him. But I say that's always going to be good, because I said the worst thing you could do is get no reaction at all. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
I like that first match, how they kind of protected Punk, not had him in the ring as much, but also gave you the seeds for him and Samoa Joe.
Right.
And because I feel like that's coming soon.
I am looking toward this match. Is this the Osprey?
Yes, it is.
This is what I wanted to see out of the whole pay-per-view card. Is this the main event?
Nah.
No.
It was supposed to be.
What's the main event?
Okada.
Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all like him? Not a cop. Y'all like Daniel Bryanson?
I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Brian
was watching
Danielson.
the whole pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You call him Daniel Bryan?
You know what I'm talking about.
You gonna kick
Y'all
Brian
like him?
Yeah, he cool.
Yeah, he cool.
I mess with him.
Okay.
I'm waiting for I'm waiting for him and Punk to cross paths because that was one of my favorite feuds
Yeah.
in WWE.
You know, I don't know. I used to like him during the Yes Movement because he always had like the underdog thing going for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like once that went away, I don't know how I feel about him.
Mm-hmm.
And partly is it because I'm looking at other wrestlers in that. So I kind of bracket people, and this happened with me with, and it had probably with a lot of people with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of filled up the same space. They were, I don't want to say that they weren't the same wrestler, but the long hair, you know, a little flashy. And basically, that's why WWE had to make a decision. Do we go with Shawn Michaels to get a little bit younger, or do we go with, huh?
You think they were the same?
I felt like they were.
They did the same.
I felt like they were
But
polar
they-
opposites, kind of.
But they
Brett was more.
so when you look at from the WWE's perspective, right? And you say, all right, we have both long hair, attractive white male champions. We're gonna go with the younger one that, you know, is a little bit more flashier, a little bit more, right? And so when I look at Brian Danielson, I'm kind of starting to put him in the Bret Hart category, and I'm trying to look at the other people now. I don't really care to look at him. I want to see the Shawn Michaels, and that's where I kind of got him at this moment. And that's where I've been trying to make that correlation. I don't really care. Like, I'd rather watch Orange Juice. What was his name?
Orange
Cassidy.
That's my guy.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Orange Cassidy.
Fresh Squeeze be putting on these matches every week.
I am really high on Osprey.
Yeah.
I think he can be.
He changed his style. That's what.
Yeah, well,
I think he can
his
be
neck's all messed
like
up now.
AJ Styles good.
But yeah,
He is good.
I think he's better than AJ Styles, but that's just me.
AJ Styles hard. Like a total package.
Yeah,
AJ Styles is like
I just
one of
wish
the
his
best
mic,
I've
I
ever
just
seen.
wish his mic skills were better.
Yeah.
That's literally the only issue I
Yeah.
always have.
Well,
with
Ospreay just got a mouth on him, and he backs it up. Though, so.
Oh, and you see who's coming back too, man. My guy. I'm hyped for Scorpio Sky.
Scorpio Sky looking
Scorpio
good.
Sky coming back because that was another
Back
one they
in
were talking
shape.
about. Oh, where's Scorpio's? Because I think there was a lot of people that were in the company, and just because we didn't see them, people
They
were
had
making
him
up their
with
own story.
what's his name back in originally, right?
Well, the lad-
With that
yeah,
other dude. That
with,
I don't really
Ethan-
like him.
Ethan
Yeah,
Page.
yeah, Ethan Page.
Well, they got Ethan Page. He about to make that face turn.
Yeah.
But I was there when Scorpio Sky beat what's the name Guevara
Okay.
for that TBS TNT championship. He was over.
Yeah.
He was over. That building.
What
went
happened
crazy.
to him? What was his injury?
I don't know what he got, but he was injured shortly.
30 days, and they made sure to take the belt off him. Whack.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't
They-
agree
they
with when
pissed me off,
AEW.
man.
They got
The
a
same
tendency
shit
to
with
get up
Hobbs.
off of those champions. They just say we did it. Just to say we did it, and then the first chance they get, they take it off of them.
Just like I'm looking at FTR, I'm like, I forgot they had the damn titles. Like, you should have kept them on the boys, man.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
boys, man, the
I think they
Ashboys
about to get
over,
it
man.
back. If they get Mini-Men officially as their intro,
That was hard, man.
and
Best entrance, man.
they did this thing on Twitter, and it's like if they get this many likes, Tony Khan will do this, whatever, and they did, and so now it's in Tony Khan's court to try to actually get that song licensed for
I'll
them.
have 50.
But I like the intros.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to like them more
Yeah,
and more.
me too.
Every
I didn't like
time
them at
I
first,
didn't
but
like
I was
them,
like,
but when I start watching them, and I'm like, yo, they not bad.
They
And
come-
you know,
They come onto that porn music. They
I like the intro.
That's why they do my niggas.
Right.
'cause when they first put him with the Acclaim, I didn't like him at all.
I didn't
before
like.
that.
I didn't like. 'em.
Then done with the Acclaim, it started to get me a little okay with them. And then they split from the Acclaim. I was like, ass boys, man. But then they would be funny. And I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
And I think the many man got me. He came out. I was like, and when he self edited, I was like, yo, I can rock with them.
Yo,
And they were good the other night. And I liked
It was a good
I liked
match.
last
It
night's
was a good
match.
match.
They got it in last night.
And I like how they did it because I don't know. I like the psychology of it because Punk and them won the week before, I said it wasn't, and I was sitting there thinking as the match was going on, I was like, it's not going to be a good look for Punk and FTR to win again, even though it's a different for them to win again this week, because now you can see that they're trying to keep Bullet Club Gold looking strong, trying to keep the Ass Boys looking strong, and you know I liked how it played out and how the match went. I was like, yo, this is
Bullet and Gun. That it just kind of it worked. It worked.
So
of course. As
I don't think they're gonna link them up.
That's not gonna be a forever thing. However, for in the immediate future,
right with it,
that's a little good.
I mean, that's the only reason we got Scissor Me Daddy.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right. Anything else? You guys want to talk about wrestling, movies, sports, basketball?
I just want to give a shout out to Brian because he's not here tonight, but he has a very kind of important thing that's getting ready to release. One of his audio stories.
YouTube,
Yeah.
So I think it debuts tomorrow, I believe.
26, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he had a meeting with that
He working.
Nice.
So congratulations on that.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, happy Father's Day as well.
Dude, it was a whole week ago, bro.
Belated. Happy belated.
Yeah, it was a belated. Yeah, we were here.
Well, we wasn't here, but I still want to acknowledge that.
Yeah, but yeah, I throw the belated. It always throw me off.
No. Let's see what else is there.
And you know, I didn't even get to put my status up. I did one for my dad and my papa. You know, I usually throw the man. I ain't got no kids. That don't mean nobody's calling me daddy, but you know, I didn't even get it off. I was like, damn, I can't. Look, that.
Here we go.
It bothered me, man. I was like, shit, I didn't get my shit off this year. That's all right. It's always
when
next
ain't
year. It's always next year,
next
you know.
year. All right, well, let's go ahead and wrap this up so we can finish watching this pay-per-view in sound. The Watchers Podcast, WATCHERZ, episode 38 is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell your friend to tell a friend. I am Tavon, Tristy_tip on IG.
Tiger Helly 19, Snapchats, IGZs. The government on the Facebook is Jason Williams. Follow the Stripes.
Smitty Green Giant on Instagram and Julian Smith on Facebook.
Come on, Corey.
Oh,
send us home, man. Send us home.
Oh, my fault. Corey J on Instagram.
He into the fight, y'all. We're watching the Forbidden Door pay-per-view.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Until next weekend, peace.
Peace.